Friday, June 13th. Took some zeros here in Mammoth Lakes. Had issues with my boxes and the post office. And it's all fine and dandy because my body needed it anyway. I needed the rest. So I'm headed back to Horseshoe Lake, if I'm getting the name right. And then I'm going to take the town trolley, which should be coming up. And I'll be at the trail. See you in a bit. Wanted to do a quick video. Very interesting, geological, which I love those types of things. I wish I knew more. Here at Mammoth Lakes, I'll make this brief. Apparently, I believe it was in 1989 that there's a geologic I don't know if that's the correct word. There was a fault line shift, and it released an immense amount of CO2 into from underneath the crusts. I heard someone a couple times now here in Mammoth saying that see, look what carbon monoxide does. CO2 kills things. Just look around Mammoth. As you can see, I'll swing around, and it was like this on the way in on the other side, but thousands of dead trees. And they said obviously what I had just mentioned, and I didn't want to correct anybody because these days it just causes fights. Nobody is interested in actually knowing the truth behind things. They just want to rely on their TV science. And but I just wanted to, I myself found this very interesting, and that's kind of why I wanted to show it, because I've never seen it before. The CO2 is not released into the air and absorbed through the outside of the tree. That is not what killed all these trees, as people are saying. What happened was, because if you do understand, the plants actually love CO2. Love, love, love. More the better. The CO2 actually came from the ground into the soil, came through the soil up into the roots. It's not designed to absorb CO2 in that manner, and because it depleted the oxygen needed by the roots to survive, the trees died. So it's very sad to see all these dead trees. They have CO2 monitors throughout the Mammoth Lakes to monitor the amount, to quantify and compare in case it gets bad again. So very sad and very interesting at the same time. I wanted to show you guys, and here you go. Yeah, it's just really sad. I don't like it. It takes away from the beauty, and it's just sad to see so many living things, some of them decades and decades old, some of them redwoods or sequoias, and you know, it's just sad. Okay, rambling now. I shall see you guys later. Just wanted to show you guys the real scope of all the dead trees. Mother Nature. Small in comparison to the bark beetle, but still immensely unfortunate and sad to see this. Well, as you can see, I made it to a pretty sweet sleeping spot. I am actually pretty shocked. I started at 12:30 today. I finished at 6:30, so it's 6 hours of hiking. And this is the fastest I've ever hiked in all hiking I've ever done. It's 16.7 miles in 6 hours with a 3,700 foot climb and a 3,000 foot descent. I had no idea I was going that fast, but wow, fastest I've ever hiked. Well, at least I got here. I don't know what I'm at, 10,500 feet. Donahue Pass is in 10 miles, and Tuolumne Meadows is already only 22 miles away. But I'm just now reading in the notes that someone said there's no camping 14 miles through that section there. And the campground by the resupply, where my resupply is at there at the store, there's no camping. It's closed. Like, I'm so sick of crap being closed. So many campgrounds have been closed. Closed. Probably say 80% of them. I just hiked through several today. Closed. Everything's locked up. So I gotta figure this out. I don't know what to do. I'm this close. I thought this was gonna be great. I could camp there nearby. It's a Sunday night, get my stuff in the morning and go. Apparently I can't even camp anywhere. And I'm already this close, so I've gotta burn like a day? I don't know. This is crazy. Anyway. So I was planning 3 days to Tuolumne Meadows, 3 days to Kennedy Meadows North, and then 5 to South Lake Tahoe. And I gotta do this fast. I need to be there like the 24th, I think, which is 10 or 11 days. Alright, you guys have a good night. Morning. Well, it's 10 o'clock. Had a late morning by choice, which isn't a big deal. I'll explain in a second. It's Saturday, June 14th, 10 a.m. I got started at about 9:30. So I can't remember what I said last night in detail, but I'll just go over it really quick again. Sometimes I like to look out here because you can see either deer, or if there is a bear, you can see a bear. Just wildlife. Get into these open meadows. I've been kind of loud though, so. It is Saturday. I have a box in Tuolumne Meadows, Yosemite. Dilemma is, and I didn't take this into account. Well, I had no idea I was going to do so many miles, so I was expecting to get there Monday morning. But someone says that we can't camp within 14 miles around that area because of, honestly, I don't know, and I can't find any other comments. There's a massive campsite in Tuolumne Meadows for car campers, everybody in Yosemite, but it is closed. I guess it's taken like 5 years to build because it's California and everything takes 10 decades to build or fix or renovate. So I'm not sure what's going on, and they have a section just for backpackers, which means they only need dirt. So they said that they were supposed to open in 2025, but the website still says they're closed. Aubrey's gonna call and see if, call a general store and see if it's open for backpackers, since all we need is a flat spot. Not even really a flat spot. So, you know, who knows? We'll see. Knowing California though, it'll probably be another 6 years. So it's only 20 miles there. I have Donahue Pass coming up in 9 miles, and it's afternoon. I'm not sure if I want to hike through snowfields and cross over the pass in the afternoon when it's really melting and slushy, and you post hole easy, which I have scrapes and gouges all over my legs and my hands. Well, not my hands, but well, I do, but not from that, but from falling through and hitting trees and branches and rock edges. So I think I'm just gonna do like 6 miles, camp just underneath the pass at like 11,000, 12,000 feet. Take it easy, go over, and again, once I get over there, find a camp spot just outside of their 14-mile boundary, and just wake up early Monday morning and get to the general store when they open and get my resupply and head on out. So that's why I had a lazy morning, and that's why I'm taking my time. And I have to admit, it's really nice. It puts the joy back in backpacking and doing this, because otherwise it's miles, pushing it every minute for 10, 12 hours every day. Just imagine getting on a treadmill and putting it on incline 12 and doing that for 12 hours. And if you don't, then you don't get to eat or sleep. So it's just, you have an intense need to get to that water and that camp. So you push. So just imagine having to push for that long. So that's what it's like. So this is nice. And I can't complain. I mean, you saw my campsite last night. I could have stayed there all day. And then can't be any worse where I'm going. It'll be Alpine Lake around Snow-Capped Mountains, so I will not complain right now. But it just means I'm gonna have to push that much harder to get to South Lake Tahoe. So that's the spiel so far on what's going on. And I will see you later when the views get good again. just breathtaking. Wow, I just walked into, climbed up to, and walked over the ridge into a huge upper basin. I have never seen an upper basin this big. Upper basin meaning there's like a granite wall all here, and all water drops off like waterfalls to the next basin. And then this is an upper basin close to the mountain peaks. And this by far is the largest. There's gonna be a high point up here. Maybe I can get a shot. So this upper lake right there feeds into this, and there's ponds and lakes everywhere as you gradually go down a couple feet. Wow. I could spend 2 weeks up here exploring. Shoot, I could spend more than that. Wow. And see, it just runs along here. I have to cross it, but it just runs into that lake right there. And then it runs into the next little lake or pond. And then it reaches the wall, and drops off like a waterfall into the next. I'll see you later if I get a view. I mean, it's just so pretty that I know I'm going to be walking. And there's the trail, and I just get to walk through this paradise with no rush. In fact, I might be camping among some of this as I go up to one of the last plateaus. Well, I'm just under Donahue Pass. I keep wanting to say Donahoe, I don't know why. So this is the last little plateau. Believe trail goes that way and then up and over. It is so nice to see a lot of the snow gone. Don't know what the other side looks like though. But kind of wanted to camp right here, but it's flowering, and I kind of didn't want to just mess that up. But I can't remember what the rules are, how close you can camp to water, but there's water everywhere, so I don't know what the hell. That looks so enticing though. If it wasn't windy, I would definitely hop in, actually, to be honest with you. It's just that wind is so chill. Okay, I'm here early, only did 8 miles today, all uphill, well, downhill and uphill, like 2,000 feet and 1,000 feet, something like that, nothing big. I think it was like 2,300 up. Well, for me, it's not big anymore. But, I've got the tent set up, and I'm just going to eat, relax a little bit, maybe edit one of these videos, and then go to bed. I'm going to get up early, do probably a 6 a.m. start, and get up over that. And again, tomorrow is very few miles, so I'll be pitching very early again. Just don't know where. Don't know if I want to go to the public campground or camp 8 miles away in a non-public campground. So we'll see. Okay. Good night.